Daniel 12:3. And they that shall be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. Wise in what? Wise in the Lord. And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. So the ones that are wise in Yahweh and the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, they're going to shine as the firmament, because you kept the ways of the Lord. That would make you wise, because you kept the Lord. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7 shows you that. And then the rest of the verse 3. And they that turn many to righteousness shall shine, of course, as the stars forever and ever. So the ones that keep Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall shine as the brightness, and the ones that turn many to righteousness, meaning the teachers, they turned you in order to make you come toward Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They're going to be as stars forever and ever. So that part, and this part, already read this, right? Yeah, the rich man is hardly going to make it into the kingdom because, they're rich bitches, right? Revelation 14:1. No, I start at 3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. So the 144,000 are the ones that are going to sing that song. What song? The song to bring you back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And these are, I don't have to read that. And these will be the tower of the flock, because they will be the first fruits of Yahweh Shai unto Yahweh. Being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb Yahweh Shai, right? Those are the 144,000. Micah chapter 4 verse 8. And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion, because they're going to be the rulership in the kingdom. So it's going to be the Most High Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, the Most High Yahweh, and then Yahweh Shai, and then of course King David, the 12, the 144,000, because the 12 is going to judge the 12 tribes. So the 144,000 will be underdone, and then it's going to be like a ranking system. The 144,000. You might say, they're among them. They're among the 144,000. I'm not going to just. Yeah, you could say that, but I'm actually just giving an example. That was the point. That there's going to be a ranking system, right? And then you will have, under the 144,000, you will have the 1/3, and under the 1/3, you will have the 2/3. Yeah, but in all midst of that, you will have man, woman, child. The order. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem. So that part. Let me see here. And here. Zechariah 11 and let me see. Well, I was going to read this, but let me just. This is basically, the point is that the Lord is going to cause the inhabitants. So wait, 7. And I will feed the flock of the slaughter. That's the poor. Even you, the poor of the flock. So the Lord is going to feed the poor of the flock. So if you have guys walking around upon the planet Earth talking feces on their own people, because this is Judah, these two are Judites, but they love talking down on the rest of the Judites because they have the glory of the so-called thing called money, which Esau put it in their hands. And how did they get their money? Uncertain, like demonically, by making bullshit. He talking shit about adultery, killing people and stuff like that. This one doing it too. In the beginning, he became with stupid dances, and then he start talking like he a thug nigga. Well, a bunch of joke people, bro. So the Lord is gonna come to the poor of the flock. And I took unto me 2 staves. The one I called beauty, and the other I called bands, and I fed the flock. But anyway, so here it says here, but the Lord is going to basically destroy us. He already did. Then said I will not feed you. That dieth, let it die. And that is to be cut off, let it be cut off. And let the rest eat every one the flesh of another. This represents destruction that the Lord is going to bring up, that he brought upon us. And he's going to do it again, by the way. And you have here, for example, Matthew chapter 13 verse 11. And he answered unto them, because it is, wait, here, verse 10. And his disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Therefore speaks he to them in parables and riddles, because he wants them to die. Just like it says right here, what the Heavenly Father will cause Yahushua to do. The ones that the Lord is not going to feed you. He that needs to die, let him die. He that needs to be cut off, let him be cut off. Because they were cut off. When Yahushua was there, he cut certain people off. Like, no, I ain't talking the truth to you. I'm going to talk to you. Wait, let me say it different. I'm not going to talk to you plainly. I'm going to talk to you in parables so that you're not going to understand it. And you're going to be frustrated with, what is this guy talking about? I don't understand. Bible ain't real. Get out of here. Yeah, you're already cut off. You just don't know it yet. Let him that is given unto death, let him die. That's what you deserve. Therefore speak I to them in parables. Right? So that's that part over here concerning, that one. And then here, verse 14, I was going to read it, but I'm looking at the time. I'm like, wow, this is almost as long as the other video. I didn't even want to do this. I thought it was going to be fast. Didn't work out like that, right? So, then I cut asunder mine other staff, even bands, because this is brotherhood, represents brotherhood, and the other represents beauty, that I might break the brotherhood between Judah and Israel. That's why until this day we're fighting against each other. You have so-called colorism in the midst of us. You have rich and poor in the midst of us. You have, rank, status, money, and stuff like that. That's actually rich and poor. But yeah, you just have people that don't like each other because of the way that they look. That's the truth. The Lord did that. And he cursed us too for not looking like each other. Right, because in the beginning we all look like each other. If you read the book of Judges, you will see Manasseh and Ephraim. You couldn't tell them apart. They couldn't even tell themselves apart. Only through accent. Micah chapter 4 verse 6. In that day saith Yahweh, I will assemble her that halteth, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted. And will make her that halteth a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation. And Yahweh shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth, even forever. And thou, O tower of the flock, which are the 144,000, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come. What? Even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem. Zephaniah 3:19. Behold, at that day I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame, the 12 tribes. So eventually, all of us are going to have the glory. All of us are going to be powerful. All of us are going to be able to kill thousands of people. All of us are going to be able to have infinite type of power like Elijah. All of us are going to have infinite stamina, infinite strength, the ability to fly, the ability to not get tired, of course, is infinite stamina, and all the blessings that you know that are in the scriptures, and then some. How about that? So a lot of the rich of our people are just going to die, which is what they deserve, because they're spitting on you, but they're actually spitting on the Lord, because He said don't do it, and if you do it, then you're fighting against Him. So, basically that's the explanation, with a little bit more precepts and a little bit more talking. I should say talking explanation. Yeah. So even the little ones amongst the Israelites that are not a part of the great ones of Jerusalem, Benjamin, and the great ones of Judah, even among them, you're still going to have the Israelites, the rest of the Israelites are still going to have their blessings, so it's not a big deal. It shouldn't be a big deal, and it's not going to be a big deal. Then shall come this scripture. Because if you read the scriptures, you will see that Ephraim was envious of Judah. They were very envious. I'm going to give you an example of until this day. They say that the Ephraimites, they say that rap was created by them. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making this up. They say also the Latin people created breakdance. I'm looking at this shit like, wow, that's some fucking envious shit. Like, what? Why do you want to get credit for that? What? Because they feel like it. They really feel like that is the truth. They really believe it in their little psychotic minds. I'm looking at it like, wow, this is some bullshit. Everybody know that's not the truth. But through process of time, they will try to glorify themselves against you. They will magnify themselves against you, because that's just what they do. That's why the Lord said, don't do it. So this is what I mean concerning, all the tribes should not magnify themselves against Judah, because they will. They are doing it. Let me see here. He didn't say created. He said 50-50. He said blacks and Latinos created new old heads react to Fat Joe saying hip-hop's creation was 50-50 black Latino. It's not the truth. They're lying to you. It's Judah. Everybody would look up to Judah in the planet Earth. I'm telling you, I'm not in America, so I know what I see around me here. Everybody be looking up to the so-called Negroes in America. They are. They've been doing that since I was growing up, and I started to notice things around myself. Because when you're small, you don't know what the hell's going on. When you start getting older, in your teens and stuff like that, then you start recognizing race. You start recognizing stuff. You start realizing what's going on. And since then, and he was saying it almost like 9 years ago. I'm not kidding you. He was saying that going back 9 years ago. He was already saying. So he doubled down 9 years later, doing it again. And this guy is persistent. He's very persistent. He's trying to get one up over you. Up over the Judites, actually, I should say. And also, here. See, they want to say this, like this is also 50-50 things. That's also what they say. Because I saw that. Cortez saying Puerto Rico. Sorry, he said that Puerto Ricanos started hip hop along with breakdancing, if I'm correct. Or along with black people. I don't know these things. Yeah, wow. They're also saying the same thing concerning. But I saw a few people that actually said no. It was the Latinos that. Wow. I actually saw a few people that said no. It was the Latinos that created the breakdance. I was really. But this is the type of shit that they actually do in South America. They do it. They actually do this. That's loose from the hip hop and the breakdancing and stuff like that, like historical things. And they say that they made. I'm looking at them like, wow, they will do it. They will do it. The other tribes will do it, and the ones that are in the so-called better position financially and worldly positions than the rest of the Judites, they will also do it. They will also. It's not just specifically for one tribe. Among the Judites, you have bitch ass Negroes like this too, talking shit about the rest because they are in a so-called glorious position, like a financially glorious, worldly glorious, which is not of the Lord. But they do see it as something to achieve. The rest of the Judites do see it as the majority of them do see it as something to achieve. So they're going to feel a certain way when a person calls them broke. Or they're going to talk shit about your hairline and stuff like that. Because they're trying to do that to me, but then they realize, like, I'm not. That shit don't affect me. What are you talking about, brother? I never had my hair lined up. Never did that. I never did that. It was never my thing. I always looked at it like, ew, you look weird, bro. You look weird with that thing on your head, all squared up and stuff. Nah. It don't look good. It look ugly to me. So once they see that they don't hurt you, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So they have to find something else. Oh, you broke. That don't work with me too. What else you got? What you got? You can't call me short. I'm not that tall, but I'm not that short either. So I'm in the middle or something like that. I don't know. I'm not even worried about that neither. So you can try to figure it out. I got some racist shit too that I could say. So I can defend myself, Lord willing, with my mouth. I can defend myself. So if you say something, I say something too. Let's see who stands. It's just being mean. I could be mean too, man. So it's all funny in games and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. So Isaiah 11:11, and it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall shed his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Ashur and from Mizraim and from Patros and from Cush and from Elam, East Indians, and from Shinar, the land of Babylon, which is now the land of that region over there, Mesopotamia, which is the land between rivers, which is this region here. This is the land of Shinar. Let me see here. Here. This is the land of Shinar. Here. Assyria, Babylon, Elam. This is the whole land of Shinar. The land of Shinar. This is it. That's Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia is a Greek word. But the land, the name of the land is Shinar. Here. Let me see. Here. Mesopotamia is the region or Mesopotamia by the Greeks, which is the land between rivers, which these rivers are here. Where is it here? These rivers. These are the 4 rivers mentioned in the book of here. This is Shinar here. Eden, 4 heads, the river, Pison, Gihon, where's the other one? Hedekal, Euphrates. These four rivers. That's the land of Shinar. That's the land of Shinar. Well, yeah, the land of Shinar is there. Sorry, that's Mesopotamia, which is the land of Shinar. So yeah, so going on. Pardon. Now it says here, Mizraim, Shinar, Hamath, which is where the Hamites were. I think I saw it already here. Let me see here. Here is Hamath. Wow, sorry, wait. Right, so you have here, for example, the land of Patros, but they say Patros is here in Ham land, and then they say here Patros is kind of where Egypt is. And basically Patros, another with the Nile River, but I don't want to worry too much about that. It's just the point that in the midst of the heathen nations, you will have Israelites. That's the point. This is Ashur, which is also in the land of Shinar. Yeah. And it says, from Hamath among the Hamites, where is Lebanon and stuff like that, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall put a sign, And he shall set up a sign of, And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. So, Judah is not only in America. Judah is in the four corners of the earth. All over the place you have Judites. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Especially from Europe, because you have to understand, the Moors were here. And they're Jews. They're Judites. And Benjamin. Yeah, you had Levi south and missed them too. So yeah. So but the point is that you have Judah in the four corners of the earth. That's the point. Here it comes. And the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Sorry. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. So Judah is not gonna look at them in hatred no more. Like, and Ephraim is not gonna be looking at them like, I wish I had your shit. Stuff like that, because that's what they do. Boy, if you go to South America, you will see a lot of things that they take for themselves. Like, no, that was not never yours. What are you talking about? They will take it. So they're taking it. They're trying. They're trying to take. They've been Fat Joe been trying to say that. I remember that shit. I looked at him like, I think Crazy Legs was a what was he, a dancer or something like that? What is it? Crazy Legs is I think he was a Latin dancer or something like that. Crazy Legs. I think he was the Latin. Yeah. They was talking about that he is basically the creator, but I have videos showing you that no, this shit come from West Africa. Let me show you right here. Wait, let me try and find it. Where the slaves come from, by the way. Check this out. Now check this out. This was recorded in 1956 by Esau, of course. And you should know better that just because he recorded it, it says Kenya, but it is not Kenya because this is West Africa. The title of the name was, look, if you type in this title, the people will correct you in the, wait, let me show you something. So check this out. Now, if you check this out on YouTube, you will see that, breakdancing originated in Africa, 1959, Kenya. I don't know what that is. But anyway, this is not Kenya. These are acrobatics from Western Nigeria, which are the so-called Judahites there. Performed at the festival of Kaduna in Nigeria in May 1959. So it's a thing that they did yearly. It was just this time that Esau came at General Makawan. That's him right there. I was wondering where you went, brother man. So it says here, it's from a British documentary called The Northern Rejoices. So he gives the resource. He gives the resource. And these are Israelites too. These are the ones that actually taught the Chinese the certain type of things. Not saying that the Chinese wasn't tough guys. They were tough guys. Two lion-like men of Moab. They were tough guys too. Don't get that twisted, right? So yeah, and the Ammonites were tough guys too. If you read the book of Deuteronomy, you see that we couldn't beat them. Their force was too strong. Yes. They were tough guys too. There wasn't them sissy guys that you see right now. There wasn't that effeminized what you see right now. Where is it? Wait, there's a meme. There's a meme that's really funny. This one. Japan back then and Japan now, trying to be a bunch of white women. That's what they're trying to be. Then Esau makes jokes, making countries gay since 1945. Even here, America. USA then, USA now, trying to be white women. Germany back then, Germany now. Guess what? A bunch of white women got their hair dyed, all type of white Caucasian female color hair and stuff like that. These are white kids anyway. Edomites again. And here you have the Japanese and stuff like that. Hip hop too. Let me see. Before and after. Yeah. You got this back in the days, and now you got these tatted up skinny jeans wearing weirdos and stuff like that. You got some crazy things going on upon the planet Earth. The mighty men of Babylon have been turned into women. Here you got these females from West Africa. They're walking around just like the so-called Negro in America. They have the same type of mentality too. You don't see this often, I'll tell you that. But only when they're rich. That's when they start doing shit like this, because that's when they get the money. Just like Sister Polite Just like this no criminal at all calling himself still a thug. Just like him. Once they get that money, then they start loving Esau more because they're around them more. They don't hate no more because they have money, you know. So they start doing these things. That's what they start doing. So it's not just only for the so-called Negroes in America, you know. Like this guy, when he was younger, he didn't dye his hair yellow like that. When he started to get up in the media, he started to become a white woman with the yellow hair dyed and all that type of bullshit. Mama didn't teach him right. See? They went from this to this. Anyway, I don't need to show more. I don't need to show more. You should already know. Right. So let me play it here. Which one was it? Here, and this one is here. No, this one is here. This one. I actually had a footage of the Native Americans dancing to a certain type of thing like this, but I can't find it. I've been looking for it for years, but anyway. Ooh, where did that come from? Did you see that, the helicopter thing? Eh? That's another one. This one. Whoop, whoop. This is funny in itself, because capoeira, capoeira, capoeira. Capoeira. And by the way, the word is not capoeira. It's actually an it's actually what was it again? No, it's not capoeira. Oh shit, I forgot that. Oh my goodness. Capoeira is how the Edomites called it. Punch. Wait. It's called Jenga. They made him to be the capoeira character in Tekken, but it's actually Jenga. And then they took that, and then they made it into, of course, this. You know, this. Then they gave Guile, which is the American Street Fighter character and stuff like that. They gave him that, the signature kick of Pele. They say capoeira, but it's actually Jenga. If you watch the movie of Pele, you will learn. Then you will see, like, no, we call it Jenga. And it was all. If you watch that movie, you will see racism pure, in its purest form. And guess from who it comes? Not just from Esau, my man. From the people in South America to the ones that look like Esau. They do it. They do it worse, because Esau will look at you, still respect you. Hate you, but respect you. But the ones in South America, they hate you and they don't respect you. So that's even worse. See, Esau hates you, but he knows, like, hey, this motherfucker, he got talent and shit like that. But I hate him. But I'm gonna put him up front so I can make money off of him. But the rest, yeah. Hey, look at this little kid. This little child. Okay, cool. But yeah, so if you, for example, if you do this one, here. What did I have here? Okay. No, not this one. Sorry. This one. This one. Here. Wait. Right. So this thing, if you put this beat with it, sorry. Of course, it's perfected here. Well, these are the same people. These are the same people, no matter what you think. The one's a little bit more fancialized, and the other one is basically on the ground. But if you look at them now, like the talents that are in West Africa right now, you'd be shocked. You'd be like, that's the 1980s and the 1990s all over. It's like it's being repeated. History is being repeated, right? You see these things, you'd be like, wow. Let me see. Man, you see some great shit. When I look at them, I'll be thinking to myself like, wow, these are the things I used to see in the 90s of the Jakes in America. And I'm seeing it now here because now they got telephones that can moderate, something like that. They could show themselves. That's the point. I'm looking for a word, a fancy word. They could show themselves, you know, monitor. They could monitor themselves. I mean, like that. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say actually. Talents. I should have said street talents. You see a lot of crazy stuff. You'd be like, damn, that's exactly what Judah used to do in America. I'm like, yo, history is, but these things is what you would see like in the 90s and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? In America. Zaola, I don't know what that is, but let me see. Yeah, you got crazy stuff like this, man. There's some crazy, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This is our people, man. Of course they're not going to make it into the, because Esau hates you. They're not going to do that. Yeah? So? They're not gonna do that, bro. These Edomites can't do stuff like this, man. I'm telling you, like, you got some Berbers that actually are good with this too, but they're not gonna put them to play for the national things. They don't like you. So there's a thick racism going on, of course, but the Berbers are spawns of Moors, just like the Sicilians. But don't talk to the Berbers as if you're gonna convince them. No. They would rather say we are Irish. I'm laughing because I know what the Irish are too. They don't know that part neither. That's why I'm not talking to no Berbers no more, trying to convince them or something like that. I leave them. If they listen, they listen. If they don't, well, I talked to a few, a lot actually. None of them really want to accept it. They want to stay with that Islam thing, and I'll leave them at that. I'm not, just like how the elder apostle Tahar told us back in the days. Don't be talking too much to these Rastafari Negroes. Leave them in their Rasta thing. That Rasta demon is a very heavy demon, and so is that Islam demon. The so-called Negroes that are in Islam, leave them. Anyway, these are basically just things that you don't see the Edomites. They can't do it. They can't do it. They can't do it. You know? They can't do it. That's like basketball, you know, when you... But they look so-called poor, and a lot of people would talk shit about them, especially some rich bitch Negroes like this, you know? But anyway, it's just funny. It's just funny. Just like you have the street basketball thing, you know, the street basket where they just make fun of each other and you just everybody be like, oh shit, stuff like that. Well, they got the same thing over there, right? But then with soccer. Then you have, you know, people doing stuff like this. You know, they put the stupid music, but still. He does fun things with this. I don't think this is a Jake. I'm not sure about that. But they Hamites, they can do certain things too, man, you know. These are Jakes, if I'm correct. Anyway, this is remember, this is how the so-called Negroes was starting in the 90s in America, man. Come on, man. This is what they was doing there. These type of you know, antics or whatever they call it. I don't know. Anyways, basically, when I look at certain things like this, I'm seeing like, they used to do this, and this how they started around in America, and now it's like full circle. They're coming back with these type of things, you know. They're coming back with these type of things, but they're doing it there. I'm like, damn, because now, what do? They have breakdancing as a but now that the Asians can do it and women breakdancing finals, they got it in the Olympics now, man. And who do you see? You see Edomites. You see, you know, this is a jaked up girl. But what do you see? You see Edomites. You see Moab and Ammon. You see the Asiatic people and stuff like that. And you got a bunch of Caucasian people judging us. You know, a bunch of Arabs and all that type of shit. Like, they the judges, like, oh, this is good and this is not good. Who the fuck are you? But anyway, this is what this world is going into. They're going to take your shit. That's my point. They're going to steal it, as they've been doing for decades and centuries. But the Lord is going to put a stop to that. Who's it? Snoop? He's at the Olympics. He's at the breakdancing Olympics. I didn't even know that. But anyway, so now that they can do it, are able to do it, and they see there's an audience for it, now they're going to put some money in it and make some money off of it. Because that's what the Edomite does. Let me leave you with this scripture. Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 14. For many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them also, making money off of them. And I, the Most High Yahweh, will recompense them according to their deeds. You got rich off of us, we're going to get rich off of you. We're going to sell you. And then we're going to keep on making money off of you because we're going to rent you out to just for service, just for things. It doesn't matter what. Anything and everything in existence. We're going to figure it out at that time. And according to the works of their own hands, we're going to do these things unto you, you Edomites. You're not going to make money off of us no more. You know, think about it. This is how Jake used to be up in the hoods, you know, and doing these type of things, standing around each other and stuff like that, you know, cheering each other on and putting the camera on their face and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? On their things that they're doing. I think this is a Hamite. I'm not sure, but the way he moves his feet is very impressive out there. I was impressed seeing that shit. And then you have Edomites just walking, and that's their dance. Calling themselves Viking too. What the fucking joke. Yeah. He got little fancy feet. Hey, my man, you see this dance that they got, these Hamites? I'm now talking about the Hamites. The Hamites got this dance, right? And what's his name? What's the name again? I forgot their name, man. It's a real stupid thing. If you look at it, it's just horribly stupid. But some of them actually are a bunch of beautiful women. The Dinka, that's what I'm looking for. These are the tallest people. This one. These are the Mizraim. They're very tall. Got some slim ass legs. Some of them are beautiful. I'll tell you that. That's what I say. But some of them got them real long legs and stuff like that. But yeah, some of them are beautiful. Some of them are not. But my point is that you have these silly dances and stuff. They're very tall people actually. If you stand next to them, you're gonna see. You're gonna have them. They're very tall. See this one? Yeah, they're very tall people. He's from the Dinka tribe. Manu Boat, that basketball player. Yeah, he's from there. So their women are very tall. A lot of them are very tall. So yeah, you got guys like this, of course. You got guys like this, of course. They look alike, but they're not the same. Just like Chinese people. Because they stay within themselves. They stay so-called pure. So they gotta look alike. When you see one face, you almost see them all. You know, since back in these days, they were tall. You know, so these are the Dinka tribes. It's not the oldest, and shut the fuck up, man. That doesn't exist. The oldest. This bullshit. The Heavenly Father created them all at the same time. You know, let me see, what is this? I don't know. I do know that they're very tall. So I don't know if this is photoshopped or not, because you know these devils are lying, but this is real. Yeah, I've seen other pictures with them, so I know it's real. Right, but anyway, so my point of showing you this is that it looks stupid, but I'll tell you one thing. These people can do this thing for hours. I was like, hey, this actually it's a freaking workout, man, this thing. That shows you that these people are strong, you know? But they can talk like this for jump like this for very long. I'm like, I tried this shit. I wasn't trying to dance or something like that. But if you play you know, the jump rope thing, like Mike Tyson. The jump rope thing? Like Mike? Yeah, let me see. You know, jump rope. If you do this, believe me, it's very tiring. But you have to understand, they jump high. They're not just jumping just to jump up for a rope. They jump high. Some of them jump very high. This is not that high, of course, but it looks stupid. But they do it with stretching they legs like that. You know, this thing heels. See, they do that on purpose because that's their tradition shit. This is stupid, but the men jump very high, and it's exhausting. I'll tell you that. It's very exhausting. They're strong as shit to keep on doing that and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, man. So basically, there you have it. So vertical jumps, house of bounce. So yeah, you have the Israelites all over the place, man. So we gonna check that, and the Most High is gonna check all the things. He's gonna put everything back in order, and all we have to do is just wait. You know, we just wait. They don't play PlayStation all day. They got other things to do. You know, so they have their little fun on other levels. Just like how Jake used to have fun in the 90s, but then they would play basketball or something like that. And of course, in South America, you have this too. And yeah, I'll put the links in the description box. Maybe you're interested. I don't know all these videos off of the top of the dome, their names, but ghetto kids, what the fuck is that shit? But anyway, they're devils, so devils always have to say some shit. But what? He dead? I don't know about that. They're probably lying. Because that's what the devil does. Most men dead. Yeah, whatever. Died into this, whatever. But videos like this are up, and my videos are being taken down for harassment when I make a video about one person. I made a video about this guy, how he's a tear baby, and Esau set him up, but he rebelled against Esau. But he's actually an Edomite. But he started claiming that he's a Native American. Yeah. Bullshit. He started saying he's a native. He said he's this. He said he was this. I'm looking at this goddamn nigga like, fuck this nigga. But now I know he ain't no nigga. He's a cave monkey, a devil, an Edomite, a tear baby. His father used to live here in the Netherlands, in a place where one of the brothers lives. And yeah, he used to live there. His father, his forefather used to live there. His grandfather, who made his father, and then his father made him. Yeah, man, a tear baby. And then they said I'm harassing him. What the I made a video about this guy showing his lineage. It was very hard to find, by the way. I found it. And I got flagged for it too. Talking about I'm harassing him. What are you talking about, man? But that's the beauty. When you have this information, then you're hurting people. All you do is talk, and it hurts them. When I saw him here, I was like, fuck this nigga. He's saying he's a Native American. Shut up. You ain't Native. You. But now I know why he was running toward them, because he was like, niggas ain't gonna accept me anyway. So I'm just run Native. No, you're not. You're a tear baby. You know, your mama was your great grandmother was a fuck toy. How about that? Here in the Netherlands. So with that, I'm gonna say, where is it? Did I click it away? Jeremiah 25:14. For many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them also, and I will recompense them according to their deeds and according to the works of their own hands. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.